So we have two boys with great talents. So we have one boy named Cam, the other named Prince. Now they both have dreams that they want to play in the NBA. So as you know, their talent is basketball. Now Prince, he has a really good talent. You know, he impresses peers. You know, he's popular and all that. You know, he's popular in school, stuff like that. But he was mainly focused on basketball, and his dreams of going to the NBA. So Cam, on the other hand, he was talented as well, but like he was just naturally talented at basketball. Like he didn't really have to try at really anything that had to do with basketball. And he was the same as Prince. You know, he was popular and stuff like that, impressed his peers. However, we do have a difference though between the two of them. Prince, when he would come home, he would practice nonstop. Like he would be like 4 hours on the court until like it would get dark. So with that being said, like he was a very hard worker. Like he wanted to push his talents to the next level to get into the NBA and accomplish his dream. Now Cam, on the other hand, he would just be so focused on, you know, trying to make friends, be cool to people, and, you know, just trying to be a tryhard a little bit. But, I mean, they didn't really, like, they had different values, though. Like, Prince always valued hard work and talent he always valued, like, talent as something that needs to be honed, like, every day. Like, he was working on his craft, which is something you should always do as well. But Cam, on the other hand, just saw talent as something, like, you were born with, and, like, you don't really need to put in the work for it because it'll always just be there no matter what. So their senior year came up. They still had that same mindset. And it was the biggest game of their lives. Now, Prince prepared his whole life for this. He's been training since he was a little kid. And Cam, on the other hand, he just got back from a party and he had the nastiest hangover. He could barely walk, and like his vision was blurry and all that. Like he was dizzy, like everything. But he still played in the game because he knew it was the biggest game of his life as well. So they both got to play in their games. And Prince was doing his thing out there. Like he was like 2018 LeBron. Like he was just going like crazy on it. He was carrying the team. Like he was the only player that was actually standing out, like aside from the other players on his team. Cam, he was doing good, but he wasn't doing as good as Prince. Like the scouts were like paying attention to everyone else, including him. Like Cam didn't really see it as a time, like opportunity for him to shine. He just saw it as like another game, just like another game where he didn't have to try, and he thought he was gonna go to the NBA. He thought he was gonna get scouts to go to the NBA. That someone was gonna recruit him. But I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. So, as you know, Prince and Cam both played their hearts out. And they were like, the crowd was cheering them on. Like, they were going crazy. They were so happy. Their families were happy and stuff like that. And when the game was right there, Prince threw the final shot. He threw the final shot. It was like a very far three-pointer too. It was like 3 seconds. Like he was like he had to make a decision quick. So the ball was going in. Like the ball, like he shot the ball and like it was going all the way in. Everyone was looking up like, and as they were watching the ball go in, it hit the rim. It was bouncing on the rim. But then the news came. He scored. He scored the final point, and he finally got the crowd was cheering for him. They were going and Prince was so happy. Like that was the best day. Like that was the best day of his life. He was so happy. His team was cheering him on. His coach was cheering him on. His classmates were cheering him on. Everybody that knew him and didn't know him was cheering him on. Like they were so happy for him. And he knew that his hard work finally paid off. Cam, on the other hand, he scored the final point, but he didn't really go out all out like Prince did. So like he didn't really, get like a lot of. I mean, they were cheering, they were cheering for him like for the final point and stuff like that. Like they were happy for him, but like Cam didn't really care about like who was cheering him on and stuff like that. But neither did Prince either. But their endings are different, very different. So let's look at the endings. Now Prince, he was getting recruited, he was getting scouts that wanted to recruit him. And even one of the recruits that went to his dream college even came up to him and asked him if he wanted to play for him at the college that he went to. And as you know, he said yes. He was over the moon. He felt like at the top of the world right now. Cam, on the other hand, he got like one or two scouts, but like they were like, I guess you could say like D3 offers, D3, D2, whatever you call it. Like they weren't the best of the best. They were just like random basketball things. But here comes the twist. Cam was actually still hungover. And not only was he hungover, he was also on drugs as well. Because he loved to party and he loved to go all out and stuff like that. So we cut to them at their college. And Prince, it's his first day, he's balling out, he's making friends in college and all that, yada yada. And Cam, he kind of is too. But as time goes on, they had to get drug tested. Prince was good. He was good. Like, he didn't take any drugs. Like, he was clean, all that. But Cam, on the other hand, now, he was, you could say, what you would call like a junkie. Like, he loved cocaine. He loved doing all that. So when they drug test him, he was kicked out of there immediately. Like, he was kicked out of there, like, everyone knew and stuff like that. And that went on his record as well. So, the sad part is, like, he didn't get to pursue his basketball dreams and stuff. Cut to 10 years later, the outcome is Prince is now in the NBA. He actually made it to the NBA because he was working, like, ever since he was a little kid, throughout college, throughout high school, throughout when he was like a little kid. But Cam, on the other hand, he was working a nice little office job, and at night he would go to sleep in his little high school jersey, like reflecting on the old days, stuff like that, because he peaked in high school just as much as Prince did. However, the sad part is that Cam could have been something great if he would have just committed like Prince did. Prince didn't really care about popularity or what came with it. He just cared about his dream, like to play for the NBA. He didn't care about like who cheered him on, who didn't cheer him on, and what he got and what he didn't got. He just cared about his dream. He cared about going after his dream no matter what. Cam took his talents for granted. And if he didn't do that, just imagine what he would have been. He would have probably been in the NBA with Prince. But I guess our choices do make us who we are sometimes. But I do want to tell you this story because we all have something deep within ourselves. And it's something, like, it could be anything. Like, we all have something. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, how old you are, what you're capable of. You have something that makes you special. And you have the talent for it, I'm sure. But you just don't want to put in the work. So, therefore, like, when that talent goes away and you're just sitting there like, man, I wish I had that talent back. Imagine how great I would have been. Like, you're going to have all those voices in your head, all because you didn't try. And you have to go your whole life knowing you could have been something great, but you never got to that point because you were so busy doing whatever you're doing. And sometimes life gets in the way. I get it. Like, for me, sometimes life gets in the way too. But at the same time, we can't really use that as an excuse to not go after what we love. We only have one life. And we have to make that life count because we don't get second chances. We never do. And we never will. I just don't I don't want to see anyone here with regrets. Because I wish I could have done a lot of things differently, but it's now stuck in the past. I can't, and as you know, we can't change the past. But what matters is what we choose to do right now. And I want to encourage you guys to find something within yourselves. Look what's within you. And whatever talent you may have, please use it as much as you can. Unlock your full potential. Because you don't know where you might end up. And sometimes we don't know where we're going to go with that talent that we have. It's crazy because people know this, but they don't use it to their advantage. And they're as young as me. But talking to you guys about it is just it's crazy. I just want to encourage you guys to use your talents, whatever you guys have, and to never settle for less. You have so much potential within you. We don't know when our time is going to be up and what's coming next. Because as soon as that one thing just takes away what you may have or what you could have had, that's when the thoughts come in. Because now that that bad thing came into your life, now you think it's too late. Like, you're saying it's too late, and you just have so much regrets for not doing it, or not going after it, or for not pursuing it. Life is way too short, and everything moves so fast. So I just want to tell you guys to please find what makes you special, because you have one life. My heart's kind of racing from telling you this, but I just want to tell you to just go after what you love and see what's hidden inside you. That's all I want to talk about with y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe.